Hey, I hope I am audible and I can be heard well. How's everybody doing? Just welcome, first of all. Glad you clicked what you clicked to bring you here to this video. Hey, everybody. Um, I'm going to get into what the video is about. But first, you may have noticed my voice sounds kind of crazy. In the last couple of videos, I was coughing. So I will take this opportunity to say that sometimes when I travel, I deal with allergies. Otherwise, I had never had allergies in my life. Um, but I have come to realize that certain flora and foliage or something in various regions of the world apparently don't sit too well with me. So I've accumulated a lot of mucus and phlegm and coughing. First started off as a dry cough, and my eyes were really itchy. No, initially I thought it was a cold, and then my eyes were really itchy, kind of scratchy throat, dry cough. When the whole eye situation came, I was like, okay, it's got to be allergies. And we are in rainy season. It is January. I was told it doesn't end until March. Um, and so, obviously, in a tropical climate, when it's raining a lot and you have sunshine and warmth, things are growing. And there are things growing here that my body didn't know about growing up as a girl in Atlanta, Georgia, or moving around to any of the other states that my husband and I and our family have lived in either. I remember I had a really bad cough one time for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, when I was in school at Howard University in Washington, D.C. So, there are things that bloom and blossom and grow, different weeds and grasses and what have you, in different parts of the country and different parts of the world that your body might not be accustomed to. So if you come in to visit, bring your Claritin, Zyrtec, Flonase, Benadryl, whatever helps you with allergies. Just in case, at least. Better to have it than to not. My husband's had a dry, persistent cough for several weeks. My son had a cough for a little while before either of us had one. So I have a good friend that went home to the States, and I asked her to bring. She went to Whole Foods and brought some bronchial wellness syrup, and it's by Gaia, Gaia. It's a natural um, remedy for respiratory wellness, and also one by the same company, GAIA, called, what is it called? Mighty Lungs. So, to help keep our immune system strong, because you don't want bronchitis. You're coughing and coughing and coughing and hacking. My abdominal muscles were sore. I was like, okay, I don't have to do any sit ups for a while because I am feeling the burn. I'm feeling them getting solid. We just gonna let this do the work right now. And you can get inflammation because it's a lot of irritation. So I did some ginger tea and mint, and I have a oil diffuser that I put eucalyptus essential oil in, and uh, oil that I got from a company here. They have lots of essential oils here. They're easy to find. Ikerezi is one, Ikereza, and they had an expectorant, a mixture of different really good essential oils that I put in there, and that will help keep me from coughing at night. Put the same thing in my son's room in the diffuser. So this is just a preliminary note before I get into the video to say, if you're coming to the continent, not even just Rwanda, if you're coming to the continent, bring something with you for allergies, because they don't have the American brands that you're accustomed to. You can find something. They have allergy medicines and they have cough syrups, but sometimes you just want to have what you already know works, and what you're not allergic to. There are no ingredients and preservatives or additives in something that may trigger something worse. So that's just a tip that might be helpful. Now on to the video. You guys, this is the third time I have recorded video on this topic because the devil is a lie. He does not want you all to know about how the postal system works here and how you can get your mail or your packages from your family from the US. He wants y'all to think that you're going to be stuck out here remoted on an island and not be able to get anything to you. I guess, I don't know, because I have recorded that video with my US, not my US, with my haul from my online shopping I've recorded it twice, and both times it cut off. One time it cut off after 5 minutes, the other time it cut off after two. What is going on? And then I got, I was made aware that the address, my mom's address, was on the box that was sent to me from the US. And I don't want to expose my mom's address. Clearly, I do not. I have to be a lot more wise and more prudent than that. So thank you to the viewer who brought that to my attention. So I needed to cover that up. And I caught myself learning a few things. Y'all, I went on to the editor, blurred out the area with the address as well as my face. So I don't know if you all saw that one, but I removed both of those, the videos that were cut short and the video that had the blur right here over my face for a while. Um, and it did blur the address on the box, but it blurred my face for a while. And then later on in the video, the blur comes off my face. I still have lots more learning to do when it comes to YouTube editing. So, anyway, what we're going to talk about today, after you subscribe to this channel, if you haven't already done that, and if you like what we're going to be talking about and what we've talked about before, please like it, please share it. Um, I'm going to tell you what it's like shipping and receiving things here in Rwanda, what the postal system is like to my knowledge, based on my experience, and how to go about getting your things and getting them securely. So, as I mentioned, I received a box from my family in Atlanta. Finally got my package, y'all. Okay, let me tell you something. I recorded this initially January, like, when was that I recorded this? It's been at least a week, okay? So, because it's January 16th now. So, November 3rd, my mom took this box to the post office with the contents of my request in it. November 30th. November, I say 30th. November 30th is when she sent it. My goodness, I got to get it together. November 30th of 2022, my mom sent a box. Now, when I saw the invoice form on the front that the gentleman at the post office took, it said that it was sent December 1st. So it was processed and sent December 1st. Okay. Um, I didn't get it. I did not get a confirmation to come and pick up my box until January, just this month, a week ago. And what happens is when you have the person to address your package to you, put your local number on there or a WhatsApp number on there so that they can send you a message. And I received a text message from the local post office here in Kigali, Rwanda, and there's only one post office in Kigali, and it's called Iposita. I'm going to put it in the chat so you can see what it looks like. And I think they even do it capital letters. So I believe I'm saying it right, but just in case, this is what it is. So, all right, so you'll get a text message and it'll have a confirmation code and it'll say you have an item to come pick up. It has even asked me, if you would like home delivery, please call this number or click this link and you can schedule home delivery and they will bring it to your house. But most of the time, people go and pick up their items. There are not, every single home here in Kigali does not have a house number. Not every single home has a house number and a street number. You'll see on the gates or the fronts of the compounds, KK 432 house number 5 or whatever. But in the sector, in the area that my family and I live in, our house does not have a house number, and several of our neighbors next to us do not either. The house a little right up the corner on the left, like literally right there, it has a house number, and there are others that do. I've been told that they have to have a village meeting in order to determine how they're going to appoint or assign the house numbers. We requested that when we first moved into this house. We had been here 5 months. We moved in August 28th, and we still don't have a house number. So that can be a challenge. So it just gets sent to the post office. They don't come and bring it to me. I go and get it from them. So when you go to the post office, you park in the front, there is an entrance to the left, and there's a security person that will ask you for your ID. and you'll put down your name, your driver's license number, I think she writes on there, and the date, and then you sign. And then they check your bags if you have a purse or something like that. They check your bag, they check your person with a scanner, and then you go down some steps and to the right to go to the office where you will give your confirmation number from your text, and they will put your name in the computer and confirm that you have always only been one person behind that desk. Sometimes it goes quickly, sometimes it doesn't. When I went to get this box, there were, I think, some college students there going to pick up some packages, and it took a while because if you don't have a confirmation number, I also ordered some things from AliExpress, and I had those confirmation numbers. The tracking numbers is what I had. So you are given a little piece of paper, or on the desk, there's a little container with pens and some paper. You take the small piece of paper, you write down your name and the tracking number from the shipping company or from the online retailer that they sent you an email with that tracking number. And then you hand that to the mail clerk, and they'll put your name in the system, confirm that it's there, and they'll go behind them and get it. And like I said, be patient because sometimes it can take a while. I had several numbers to write down, and there were several people in front of me. There really is no system of organization. They just kind of have to pay attention to who came in first, or you have to rely on people to be honest and say, no, your turn, or you go. But it can be kind of slow because it is a paper system. It is not all computerized or digitized. The only thing I know that they do in the computer is put your name in and the tracking number and confirm that it's there. And then they go and manually, you know, pull your item or your mail or your package from some storage shelves in the office that is behind them. And so you're at the mercy of however quickly they're going to go with that process. Also, back to the box, when I got this, there are several shipping invoices in, well, that's not a shipping invoice. What it is the USPS, the United States Postal Service, because this came from Atlanta, Georgia to Kigali, Rwanda, customs declaration and dispatch note. And then I've noticed that there are several. There were four. Okay. And the reason is because you have to write down all of the contents of the box, everything that's in the package. So my mother wrote down the item. It asks for the quantity of those items because she sent me some towels. You all have heard me say, bring your towels because the towels here are expensive. They are imported and they cost more than you would typically pay in the US for a regular standard bath towel. Then they have the bath sheets that are big, the head towels and the face cloths or the washcloths. They have them here. They're more expensive because they are imported, and they sell secondhand towels as well. They will sell a secondhand towel for like $15, $20. Now in the States, if you're spending 15, 20, 25 on a towel, it's an expensive Egyptian cotton kind of towel or something like that. But because they're imported, so they're more expensive. And I had some at home that I kept because I remember when we traveled to Africa that when some of the Airbnbs we went in, they only had one towel hanging in the bathroom, maybe two, and we were traveling with our family. They might not have had a washcloth for your face, so bring that. I will bring that anyway because I like to make sure that I know what I'm cleaning my face with. But it's not a standard thing where you're going to have nicely folded stacks of several towels at your disposal when you travel on the continent, unless you're staying in a chain hotel that's there, that's hospitality, is they're in the upper echelon of hospitality or what have you. They're just not really big on having a whole lot of towels available. So she sent that. She put the number of them. They asked for the approximate weight and the approximate cost, how much the item costs. So there were several things in the box. So they are all listed. I don't know if you can see that here. You see that down there. And on each page, that is the case. Now, and I could see my mama, I could just see her now writing, I don't know how much she paid for this. Long sleeve t-shirt, $5. Long sleeve t-shirt, $5. Another long, $3. I don't know. Let me just put two of those. I'm sure she was probably a little bit annoyed having to write down everything. But one of those was turned into a digital copy to put on a sticker. And it was placed on this box. Okay, so from the customs declaration form that you're going to have to fill out if you're going to send a box from the US to Rwanda, and I'm sure it's probably the other way around as well. They stuck this sticker on here, and it has some of the items that were included in the box, but not all of them. There are only a few, and then it has the quantity of those items, the approximate weight, and the approximate cost. And so the total weight of the box came to 5 pounds 9 ounces. And as you can see, you guys, it cost $161.05 to send this size box of about 5 pounds from Georgia to Rwanda. And my mom was very concerned that they may open the box and go through the things, because I had some mail and some other sensitive documentation, financial documentation in here. And so my dad took shipping tape and taped it all the way around so they would know if it had been opened. She's like, I hope they don't go through that box. I don't want them going through those things, Janine. My mother, her southern accent. So they didn't open the box. As far as I can see, they did not. And I think it's because there was nothing suspicious. So the approximate weight, well, the actual weight of the box made sense with the items that were written on here and the quantity. And then the value was not very expensive. It wasn't over, I think the total value of the contents of the box of $117 is what it says here. And I think there's a cutoff. So whatever the approximate value of the box, the package and the contents, that will hit a certain tier, and then that will apply a certain customs fee, the weight and the cost, right? And if you have electronics and brand new items, especially in the electronic category, brand new clothing, I think those particular categories come with specifically designated customs taxes amounts. So I'm going to tell you later about a hack to avoid really expensive custom taxes on your items and packages that you get here. So, like I said, I went to the desk. I gave them my confirmation number. They confirmed that the box was there. He brought it out, and he said he pulled off a piece of paper. He took a file folder off of a bookshelf, opened it up, punched some holes in this, stuck it in there. Then he wrote down the number in another notebook that's on the box. All your packages, when you come to the ePosita, all your packages are going to have a number on it from them. And in a little notebook that sits on the desk, well, not little, but in a notebook that sits on the desk, he wrote down that item number. I wrote down my name. I wrote down my phone number. I wrote down the date, and I signed confirming that I received this. He also had me sign inside that binder where he put the other packing slip or the envelope, the shipping invoice, that in their paper system. So again, it's not digitized, so it can take a little bit longer. All right. And then I received the other items that I had gotten from AliExpress. No. After, I forgot, this is important. So this sheet of paper that came off of the box, he told me, take this to the room next door and find out how much you owe on your customs taxes, or if you have to pay. So begrudgingly, because I still had other items to get and there were lots of people, I went to do it instead of saying, may I go ahead and sign out all of my other items first, please, and then come back and deal with this. So I said, no, I'll give him a chance to deal with the other people who are waiting. So I went to the room next door. There was a lady sitting behind a desk. She asked for this form. I handed it to her. She looked on it, and then she stamped it, and then like that. So I took it back to him, showed it to him that it had her stamp on it, and he let me sign out my box. I did not have to pay any customs taxes on it because, again, like I said, I think it just wasn't a suspicious package. It didn't weigh a whole lot. The items listed on the sticker on the front were not expensive technological items, or didn't list anything that I guess would have brought a cost to it. So then I was good to go with that, and I got my other packages, and went through the same process of each individual package that I had ordered from AliExpress, and they send them separately because there are lots of stores and sellers or vendors on that retail platform. So even though I had one order and I made one payment to AliExpress, each individual store owner sends your package from their store. So I had a lot of small ones, and he wrote down every single package number that was written on there. And again, I had written my name and my number, and I signed, and we just drew an arrow down indicating, okay, that confirms that I received all of the stuff, so I don't have to do every single step all over again. And I took a bag with me because I knew that I had several things to pick up. So if you have a lot of stuff to pick up and you're going to take a moto, or you're going to take a Yego cab to the post office, you might want to take something to carry your items in if you have several things, because you're not going to get a bag or package there. They don't do that in the States either. I'm just saying, just something to be mindful of. Take a bag with you so that you can put your stuff in it. But overall, the shipping and handling and packaging and receiving of mail is not much of a hassle here. It's not as convenient as walking out your front door and receiving a FedEx package. It's not. You have to go to the post office. Again, I said there is only one. You can purchase a P.O. box. I believe it costs about $5.50, which is 5,500 Rwandan francs for the calendar year. So from January to December, it costs that to get a P.O. box. If you get a P.O. box in November, that number is over for you in December. You got to renew and pay again for the next calendar year. It doesn't just roll over, and it doesn't apply from August to August. It's a calendar year. So be mindful of that. And it's the same process when you arrive. You will sign in a book, give them your ID, go down some steps, and then there is a sheltered covering with lots of P.O. boxes out that you will have a key for. You go to your own individual one, and they're not very big. They're about 13 inches, 20 inches um, across and wide. So packages, I think they always hold. So I think my husband and I have decided we won't get a P.O. box this year, 2023, because they're really small. We're not getting local mail, not getting junk mail or anything like that, like we would in the US. Most of the time, we'll be getting boxes and packages that won't fit in the box. They will hold it for us. You got to check, with the customs situation. So, unless you have a business here and you're getting mail from RDB or something like that, you may want to. I don't know if you want to have a post office box. Of course, that's up to you. So, somebody wanted to know some of the things that I have gotten on AliExpress. Now, I'll say this. I was wondering before we moved if I would be able to order things from Amazon that I might want here that are not available here, or that cost a lot more here because of the imports and the customs taxes that have to be paid. So it occurred to me one day, AliExpress is a global retail platform. I'm sure they deliver to and ship to Rwanda. And they do. Like I said, there's several stores on the platform. So some of the vendors do send things to Rwanda. Some of them don't. Some of them provide free shipping. Some of them have really low cost shipping. If you spend a certain amount, it goes down or something like that. But I found that it wasn't very expensive. So AliExpress, ASOS, sends things here because they're a European company. Zara and even Amazon has an international link site for Rwanda, and it is supposed to pull up all the items that are available to ship to Rwanda. So every time I've clicked on that particular Amazon site, I can see items that I search for. For example, if I'm looking for a shower mat, just to throw that out there. Most of the time when it comes up, it says this item is currently out of stock. And I think it's just because it's supposed to be in stock in a particular warehouse that will ship here to Rwanda. Every time my daughter looks for something using the Rwandan site, it says it's out of stock or not available. So it doesn't seem to be a whole lot of things that come here. But people have said that they have lucked up on certain items that will ship here. You just have to be conscious of the shipping and handling costs, and you'll look at that before you put it in your cart. And that's another note. If you do use AliExpress when you're shopping internationally, like I said, on the app, on the phone, or online, it'll tell you what the shipping cost will be. And so I selected Rwanda so that only things that will ship to Rwanda will show up as available. So I wanted a hand towel hook that looked nice, right? So this is an example of something that I ordered, and I believe this was free shipping. So you look at the icon, you Google, I'm not Google, you search the item that you're looking for, so hand towel holder or towel rack or something like that, and then you pull up when you click in the search, it'll pull up several items that are available from different sellers, and under that icon with the image of the item, it'll say how much for shipping and handling. It's going to be in Rwandan francs, so it may say 54,000. That's just going to be $5 for shipping and handling. A lot of times, I don't think I spent more than $3 on anything for shipping and handling. I filtered for free shipping and handling, but sometimes items that had a shipping and handling cost associated with them did come up, but I only selected the ones that were really, really, really low cost because I've told you I am a bargain hunter, balling on a budget over here, okay? This came as well as from the same. This is for paper towels to go under the cabinet. It's nice, sturdy metal, inexpensive on the store. Just stick that in there. Adhesive, no screws, so that's nice. Put this in the bathroom. Hang my hand towel on there next to the sink so people can wash their hands. I like storage and saving space and organizing things. So I found that I like command hooks from the U.S. and they don't have them here. So I looked to find these little hooks. I think I got a package of like 15, and the adhesive is really good. It's very, very sticky. It's a sturdy little plastic thing to hang purses and hats and belts on, in the wardrobe, because in Africa most houses do not have closets. They don't have a room with racks and shelves for you to put your things in. They have a piece of furniture called a wardrobe, not the wardrobe of clothes that you wear, but a piece of furniture called a wardrobe with drawers sometimes, and cabinet doors for that have within them a rack for you to hang your clothes on. And I needed some space saving and organization things because my husband and I are sharing the same wardrobe. So we got, you know, a good amount of stuff between the two of us, not a whole lot compared to my closet in the US. My goodness, I downsized a whole lot. And I just like space saving organization. So on AliExpress, I got this little drawer organizer for t-shirts or jeans. So you fold it in there, you put it in the individual compartments, and then you just lay it down flat in the drawer, and it's contained and compartmentalized and organized, and it saves a lot of space. So my stuff fits in there so nicely. So I put my tank tops. Here's one I'll show you that I did already. So that has my tank tops in it, folded. So when I pull open the drawer, I'm looking down on there. I just, oh, my tank top. Okay, let me get that. Thank you. And just fold it and put it back when I'm after it's washed and folded and done with that again. And it's not just all over willy nilly in my drawer. So they have that on AliExpress. Let me tell you something. I think they sell everything on there except teeth and vehicles. Everything you can think of is on AliExpress. So just look at the shipping costs. When you purchase something, you want to put it in your cart. Once you put it in your cart, look through and review, because some of the shipping costs change. So, for example, I wanted to have something to hang towels and bathrobes on in the bathroom. So I found this. It's metal. It's nice. It looks nice. It's sturdy. It's got that soft back so it won't scratch anything up. This was, I think, about $34, something like that. And I was like, oh, the shipping was 98 cents. So I went on my quantity and just plus. Let's get about four of them. So the girls can have them in their bathrooms. We can have them bathroom and one for hanging outside the closet door. And then I noticed that shipping costs went up $99, $110. Da da da. I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me back down. I went down to quantity of one, and it went back to the initial low cost shipping fee. So pay close attention. If you're going to get something in multiples, like these came in a set, but let's say they were just sold by one and you wanted 10 of them, you need to look and make sure that it's not increasing the cost of your shipping and handling, because the carriers, or I guess the vendors or whatever, determine what the quantity of the item is that they will send for the really cheap, low. Okay. So make sure you review your cart, because if you're putting more than one item of the same product, it will probably, after, I noticed more often two and up is when the price would go up for shipping and handling. Something else I got for home decor, in the US, we had our name spelled out over our fireplace. West. Good morning, it's the same in Washington, D.C. Hey! My husband's from D.C. That's where I met him when I was a student at Howard University getting my degree in physical therapy. Hey, Washington, D.C. Glad you popped on, Learning Miss O. So I'm glad this is helpful information for you too. So I like interior decorating, design, art. I love home decor. I like to put my own personal touch in my house. I don't like for it to feel like a museum or a name spelled out on our mantelpiece in our house in the States. There were big, beautiful, bronze, heavy, sturdy, large letters. And I just kind of wanted to create something like that. So I said, let me start with this and see what the product looks like first, and what the quality is like. So this is a light foam W. It's adhesive. So you can spell home, you can spell welcome, you can spell gather, you can spell hello, whatever, your name on the wall. And like I said, they're light, so they should stick well and not fall off or break or anything like that. And I only ordered one because I wanted to test the product first and see how it came, the size of it, what it looked like, what the color. They had these in gold and in silver. And I think if I increased the quantity on this, the shipping and handling costs would have gone up. Okay, so then another thing that I got is this. I got here. It's the color's not showing up, but it's a beautiful grass green. Oh my goodness, I love color. So I've talked about in some videos about how the kitchen utensils are a little more pricey here. Danube, Danube, is a home goods kind of store with furniture and household items, and they have this stuff, but it's too expensive for my taste. So one thing that was important to me to have was a spoon with holes, so I'm sieving through all the syrup and sauces and what have you in the water or what have you, other things. But I like to use plastic, silicone, or rubber or wooden cooking utensils, because when you're cooking, you don't want to scrape the non-stick coating off of your cooking utensils, because then your stuff will stick to your pot, your food will stick. You don't want that, and you don't want to release those chemicals and those metals into your food that you're going to be eating. So these don't scuff and scrape the cooking utensils and mess them up, and don't release cancer causing carcinogenous agents into the food that you're going to eat. And so it was important for me to have some of these. I had plenty of these in the US, but my husband donated them or sold them in the yard sale, because he was like, well, we can get some more later. We giving stuff away. We need to size down and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, yes, I'm still a little bit bitter about that. So anyway, at AliExpress, they have sets of these. You can get them in multiple sets, or you can buy them individually. I bought mine individually because I didn't want everything they had available in the set. But the pasta one, I love this. I had a couple of these in the States because we like to make a lot of pancakes, and it cleans out the bowl really well, the silicone spatula. And then a regular spatula for flipping burgers and pancakes, vegan burgers in my house. So I got these all from the same store, but I put them in the cart separately and individually. They're about $1.23 each, no more than $2 each. Or like I said, they have them in sets where you can get their already pre-planned utensil, maybe about 6 or 12 or 15 or whatever. The highest cost I saw for was about $54, but I didn't want to do that, so that's why I spent the individual amounts on them and added them to the cart separately. I got those this time, and previously I purchased this set. And both of them have really good sturdy wood handles and good quality, well-made um, bodies. I guess I would say the part that you use. So I got this from AliExpress. I got some measuring cups and measuring spoons, a little matching set. But they have everything, you guys. They have hair accessories, they have household items and accessories. They have personal items. They have home decor. They have small appliances and things that you need for maintenance. AliExpress literally has pretty much everything. It's like your Walmart and your Amazon combined. And you can ship to Rwanda and you can do it fairly inexpensively. Just make sure that you're looking through thoroughly, find the stuff that doesn't cost that much, and make sure you're looking at your shipping costs because some of them can get you, they can be really high. I saw some that literally at $200 in shipping and handling. And sometimes you can find another store selling the exact same item with less cost for shipping and handling or free. You just have to be patient and take your time to look on there and find what you need. Okay, so you want to know how to minimize your customs costs? Did you subscribe? I need you to subscribe. Okay, I need you. Okay, so this is what a new acquaintance of ours told us. They moved here 2 years ago. They brought a shipping container and have since brought other things. And they got hip to the fact that if you put something like, if you bring a brand new television to Rwanda, it has to go through customs. They're going to look through the things and it's going to incur a certain cost, the taxes on it, right? If you put it in a picture box or a painting box, take it out of the brand new TV box, then it looks like it's just a picture and they may not open it up and look through it, and then you don't get that much fees accrued to you. It was also suggested that you unpack everything, first of all, to save space. If you're just putting it in a box and you have somebody like send you some Pepto Bismol, they don't have that here. So let's say that, for example, or some paint brushes or some kind of facial or hygiene product that comes in a box. Take it out of the box, put it in, a smaller bag, a Ziploc bag, a couple of those or what have you, so it doesn't look brand spanking new. They even said clothes are certain costs, brand new clothes that are shipped from the U.S. get a tax on them through customs. So she said you might want to tell the person, take after they buy it, wash it and fold it, or you can just take the prices off of the clothes and fold them and put them in so that they're not looking brand new and they won't get that brand new fee. Um, Same thing with your boxes. If you don't open them, like if you have something electronic, take the price off because then it's left to them to determine what the cost is. And sometimes because they're not their products and they're not their items, they're not manufactured here, they don't know the value of it. So a John Deere or a Yeti cup, and I don't know, Yeti is, those are really expensive. Or let's see, Philips is an American brand. They might know more about Sony, but I'm just saying, if you take the price off, kind of downplay it a little bit, then it won't incur such expensive customs fees. Glad to see you back on YouTube. You know that YouTube can pay. Yeah, consistent, patient. Yes. Yeah, that's true. And I've got to get better about editing and stuff too. So thank you for that, Maza Bag. Appreciate it. Glad to be back. I just really wanted to help because I was saying at the beginning of this video that I have been on 3 times to record the haul of things that I got from AliExpress just because I want people to know that you can order things online and have them sent to Rwanda, and it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg as long as you're patient and you look and you're cautious about the shipping fees that get added into the cart. And that you can go, there is a post office here and you can receive mail, you can receive packages, and it's not a primitive, outdated, or hugely outdated, horrible process. It's paper, it's not computerized, but they do the best they can, and it's pretty sufficient, and it's okay. But that shipping hack, y'all, if you're sending over containers, if you're having things delivered to you, take off the price, take out the brand new packaging. If it's a large new electronic that will be quite expensive, put it in a different kind a box and then tape it up, because chances are, if it's not looking suspicious, it's not looking expensive, it's not looking brand new, they are not going to charge you shipping and the extra customs taxes on that. Okay, so if there are any other questions about regular everyday life in Kigali, Rwanda, from a mom who's just making it, and by the grace of God, we just learning along the way and passing along to you guys what we learned. Any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions like that one that we just got from Maza? Comment, send us a message, like, subscribe, please, and share with anybody who's curious about the continent and living on the continent and transitioning to the continent, and may be interested in the information that we have to share. I'm thankful that you were patient with me. I hope what I shared was helpful, and I will see you again next time. Bye.